Welcome my friend and their family into our home. They treat it as if it were their house instead of being guests, and it ruined our friendship. My husband and I bought a house about 2 years ago. It's a big house in a rural area. We came from a different state, and slowly our friends from home have been moving here. One set of our friends, a family of 3, reached out a year and a half ago and said that they were in a bad situation. The husband had been out of a job for months, and the cost of living was too high. We offered them to move up here for a year. We'd known them from coming over for game nights for many years. We really thought we knew them. Slowly over the last year, we began to be taken advantage of and see how dysfunctional they are. As an aside, we never charged them rent. There have been 4 months where they sent us $500, which we accepted but didn't ask for. They had to sell one of their 2 cars when they moved. I work from home and offered the husband to use mine, and then he decided to start DoorDashing with it. 6 days a week for 8 to 12 hours a day. He put 20k miles on my car, scraped it, popped a tire, and would leave old food to rot in it. At the 6-month mark, I finally said no more, which was met with defensiveness, like I was taking away their livelihood while not charging them anything to live with us. The day after I set that boundary, the husband checked himself into a hospital for suicidal ideation. He later went on to cause 2 accidents in their own car within the year. They both smoke pot day and night. I'm not against it, but they do it around their kid, which is not okay by me. The father berates their young daughter, who is definitely on the spectrum. Then the mother just lets the kid steamroll her and never stands up for herself. The kid has so many behavioral problems. It's hard to watch her physically hit her mom, not listen, and yell/scream/cry often. There have been times we would watch her, and we tried to make it special for her. But if we did too much, the father's pride would kick in, and he would become defensive. They also have animals they don't really take care of. They have a dog and 2 cats. The husband was unemployed for 9 months, but I had to take the dog out or take care of their animals. At times even their kid unplanned because something happened to them. Their depression made them completely inert, etc. The smells down there were rank. I once cleaned the cat box for them, and the husband became super defensive and actually went off on me. The husband finally got a job around month 9 and had to use his daughter's pee to pass the drug test. He had no remorse and was excited about the kit he found for it. At that point, we decided to have a sit-down talk about them finding another place. We offered help, resources, etc. Then every time after that, we were stonewalled, or they said they heard us and wouldn't continue the conversation. We told them not to pay us anything, so they can save to move now that they both have jobs. About a month later, they asked me to take care of their kid again while one was in the hospital, and when we went into their part of the house, it was disgusting. Like, trash, old food, urine smells. The child picked up a towel and said the cat peed on it so she couldn't use it for showering. The dog sat by the door so long she peed on the rug in multiple spots. I told the wife that this hurt, that they would treat this place that way, that I needed to process, and that I felt disrespected. This was met with the most emotional and angry response. I was completely floored by it. She said this was all a mistake, that she would avoid me until they moved, that I didn't know what horrible stuff she was going through or didn't care, etc. Nothing about trying to do better. After that, I just stayed clear of them. I didn't feel safe talking to someone so emotional that they would both chew me out for boundary setting. My husband checked in every few weeks about their progress, and they provided no update. Finally, 30 days before the year was up, they hadn't given us a date or pact or anything, and continued avoiding us completely, so we put a notice on their door and mailed one. Cue the longest novel about how horrible of people we are, how we are forcing a family out on the street, how impossible it is to move, how we trick them into being there, how this is not how family treats family, and how this all was the worst mistake. They both have jobs, they are in their 40s, and haven't had to pay anything to us. I kept things very professional and said I didn't appreciate being blamed, reminded them that we gave them 90 days, and they must have acknowledged this because they didn't give us any money the last few months like we asked. In response, the wife said something about me showing my true colors. She even took something I told her in confidence about my past, twisted it, and threw it in my face. I honestly feel so shocked at how entitled and emotionally volatile these people are. The true gift is that they behave this way, which took away any guilt I had about asking them to leave. I never attacked their character, never told them that I thought they were taking advantage or lashed out over the resentment I've carried toward them. I never retaliated, and I did my best to do right by them. I just set boundaries. They didn't listen, so I had to formalize the boundary. I'm looking forward to replacing all the carpet next month and returning that space to us. I'm looking forward to not having to think about them ever again. They were right in saying one thing. This was the worst mistake we've made. Subscribe and like for more videos.